aqua calientes, then it's excellent. If not, then you can create artificials again. It's quite possible. And this is a treatment. We should understand it's not just for fun. It's very serious and very complicated treatment.
Alberto, microphone.
Water for heat?
No, it's different. It's different. Let's proceed step by step. Let's go step by step. Yes, for example, again, we've been demonstrating in Japan. They use tremendously these different water procedure. They have it centers open 24 hours per day, 7 days per week, in all cities, everywhere. And I was surprised. They came in Tokyo. They came to this center at 11:30 at night. It was crowded. There was plenty of people there. So people are coming there. They tend to come there, and there they use very clever system. They use it in a very good way. So it is, to my mind, it should be the basis of health support in centers like this. But what's important, you should give prescription to the customers how to use it, what to do. Because people, they don't understand what they should do, how they should use this and this. And again, it should be under control. If people with hypertension would use agua calientes for unlimited time, then it may be dramatic effects. So we should be very, very cautious about this. Next level, those are different electromagnetic treatments. Now we have very good instrumentations of quantum medicine. By quantum medicine, we understand different technologies. They use quantum frequencies. I mean, first of all, photons, electrons, and different waves. And those are lasers, different rate. Those are different light. Then those are magnetic treatment. And in Russia we have very well-developed approach in this field, very well developed. It's first of all rotating magnetic fields, then moving magnetic fields. Maybe you know a lot about bracelets, magnetic bracelet. And it was quite popular for some time. But we found that those bracelets, they are efficient only when you take them on and off. Because with magnetic field, it is very important to have changing magnetic field, but not constant. So if it's constant, it's practically no effect. It's not sufficient. If it's changing, then it may be efficient. That's why, and plus in Russia they have developed, they found that it should be very low frequency, related to Schumann frequency. Do you know about Schumann frequency? Schumann frequency, that's a resonant frequency of our Earth that are very well correlated with our alpha-beta frequency. And you know that alpha frequency, alpha state, is a state of very high agitation. So if we use this type of frequency in magnetic field, then we have very positive effects. And with this, I can tell you one interesting story. You know that in Russia we have our orbital stations for many decades. And we have a special institution that deals with study of medical problems with orbital stations. And after some time for cosmonauts being at the orbit, they found that at some moment cosmonauts become very aggressive. They start quarrel, and one time it was just fighting between cosmonauts. Understand? They don't obey commands from the command center. So it's very bad situation for them. Then in a day, everything is quiet. They are quiet, they are nice, polite. So it was a lot of inquiry, took practically a year to find out. And then it was found that this situation they have in the time when geophysical magnetic field is very stable, very, very stable. Because from medicine, from biophysics, we know that all our parameters should have some level of variation. For example, for any doctor, it's very well known if heart rate has very stable level, then it's very bad indication. If our pulse is very, very stable, if you are measuring with instrument, then it's again a bad indication. With our energy field analysis, again we pay attention to this stability or the variation of energy field. So it was found that this variation strongly depends on variation of geophysical magnetic field. And when it is stable due to cosmic environmental situation, then all this becomes very stable. And it's very dangerous. So it means that with these instruments we can generate this variable magnetic field, and it has very positive effect on hemodynamics, and it helps a lot. Then next set of instruments was an instrument using ultra high frequency electrical field. Again, it's very, very tremendously efficient. We in Russia we have developed this for several decades.
Sorry. No, pregúntalo ya a vosotros porque tenía un cilindro. Ya está. Sorry.
So these ultra high frequency devices, they are very little, very compact, and they again are very, very efficient. Plus they may be used in, I would say, clinical environment, and some of them may be given to patients for individual use. And what's important, of course, all those instruments should have EU certification. They should be produced in some reliable companies. They should have some medical history. So, of course, all legal side should be well done. So we got to
parla di questi strumenti, no? E lui ha la possibilità.
No,
Es interno, es interno.
es interno, io voy traduciendo, io lo traduzco.
Ha la possibilità di darci indicazioni su questi strumenti, dove comprarli e...
Sí, pregunta la señora justamente inherente a los instrumentos que acabas de describir. ¿Usted nos puedes comentar dónde se puedan encontrar o si es usted mismo nos lo podría facilitar este tipo de instrumentalizaciones?
Yeah, of course, it's great. Everything is possible, so we can make a contract, so organizing everything. It's not a problem. And of course, first of all, it depends what do you need, what do you
Of
want.
course.
So the first topic to define, if one topic if you need it for just research laboratory, another topic if you need it for center, so topic if you need it just for some system cabinet. So it depends. You understand? So we have all this knowledge, and I know main instruments that are being produced in Russia, in the United States, in Europe, and we have a system of evaluation, because I believe that every instrument should have clinical system, clinical trial. We are based on principle of evidence-based medicine. So if we deal with people, everything should have clinical experience, clinical documents, then it may be applicable.
Of course.
That's another issue, next issue of our discussion. You know that now there are on the market a lot of, I would say, energy instruments. A lot. For example, just a month ago, I've been to Los Angeles. I've been invited by a huge company. They produce instruments based on zero field energy.
Sí.
And they're very efficient. They're $1 million company. They sell bracelets, watches, charge with this energy, some pendulums, something like this. And they are based on network marketing. So we understand this system. And we've been testing a lot of instruments of this kind. I can give you some physical background, what does it mean, what is based for. And there are some physical background that really exists. But at the same time, as I mentioned, there are more claims and fraud than reality. That's why in this field we should be very, very careful. And we should be based only on very reliable instruments, reliable companies that can give you some level of reputation.
Sí, como le decía al principio, el proyecto tiene dos fases. Hay una primera fase que es la creación de un centro donde podamos detectar cuáles son las deficiencias y tratarlas. La siguiente fase es un centro propio donde aparte de esto, se tenga un apartado, una sección de investigación. Entonces, por eso es interesante la pregunta que le ha hecho el señor Simón en relación a los, digamos, a los tratamientos que hay, o los instrumentos. En España o en el mundo, ¿hay algún centro que tenga estos tres tipos de instrumentos? O sea, los relacionados con la salud, a nivel de análisis del corazón, de la circulación sanguínea, el apoyo a la salud con los tratamientos SPA y tratamientos electromagnéticos. ¿Hay algún centro actual que lo tenga? Porque este es nuestro objetivo como grupo.
You see, in Russia, we have tradition of these biophysical instruments for many generations. Because in Russia, in all our medical universities, we have obligatory department of biophysics. That's why these quantum instruments, they are being developed tremendously in Russia. Plus, as you know, in Russia it was one of the first countries where lasers have been developed. And our physicists, they got Nobel Prize for laser development. That's why, for example, laser instruments, light instruments, have been used in Russia for many decades.